So, I just learned that Elena Kagan, the Solicitor General of the United States, is going to be President Obama's choice to fill the seat of retiring Supreme Court Justice John Paul Stevens. And so that I did what I'm sure most members of the press did, which was to rush to Google and Wikipedia to find out everything I could about Elena Kagan, which then led me to the conclusion that the Republican Party is probably desperate to get Betty White on the Senate Judiciary Committee. Which probably sounds kind of crazy to you unless you saw this week's installment of Saturday Night Live, which was hosted by Betty White. And yes, she did a terrific job as a host, but I'm sure that any Republican senators watching the show probably perked up a lot at the sketch they did parodying the book Little Women, in which Amy Poehler played a very tomboyish character who was repeatedly called out as a lesbian by Betty White sitting off doing her knitting in the corner. Which brings me back to Elena Kagan and the rumors I found all over the internet implying that she is a lesbian. Now, this is apparently a story which a lot of people in the press are aware of, in which the Obama administration has gone to a great deal of effort to keep a lid on. But in this current political environment fueled by the Tea Party movement, in which every Republican running for office is racing to the right and trying to out-conservative his opponent, is there a doubt in anyone's mind that guys like Rush Limbaugh and Glenn Beck aren't going to raise Miss Kagan's sexuality as an issue? Because the world would just explode if there was a lesbian on the Supreme Court, which would then leave the Republicans on the Judiciary Committee in the position of having to decide which one of them would raise the question or not raise the question, because they'd be damned by the left if they do and damned by the right if they don't. In either case, the Republicans are going to be in a lot of hot water, which is why I bet they all wish they had Betty White sitting off to the side yelling out, "She's a lesbian!" so we could all just have a good laugh over it and then get on to the business of judging Elena Kagan on her expertise with the law.